sat crying all alone in the bathroom. I just wanna be by your side all the time, standing tall, your hand in mine. I don't wanna know where I might be without you, 'cause you can lift me up, baby, when I'm falling apart. I'll keep all of your secrets. You can heal all my scars. And have I ever mentioned I loved you from the start? I got your best intentions, and you got my heart. 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 We got four white walls and a window with a city view, and there's no one else that I'd rather come home to. Up all night, flashing lights, counting cranes out in the sky. I don't wanna know where I might be without you, 'cause you can lift me up, baby, when I'm falling apart. I'll keep all of your secrets. You can heal all my scars. And have I ever mentioned I loved you from the start? I got your best intentions, and you got my heart. 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 You got my friends ain't crooked and I'm such a mess. Spill every drink on every dress, and you just smile, shake your head. Saw it coming 'cause you know me best. There's nowhere else I'd rather be than right here with you. Promise, please, you won't go anywhere without me. You got my heart. 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 We know thrills at 17, chasing every high, jumping off, no safety net. No, we be fire. I know when did we grow up and start to say no thrills for me. Just trying to keep my heart from racing all the time. No thrills for me. Just setting all this panic in my mind. I got filters in my head, locks on all my doors. Scared of losing what I have. I don't risk things anymore. When did I wake up and start to say no thrills for me? Just trying to keep my heart from racing all the time. No thrills for me. Just setting all this panic in my mind. No thrills for me. No thrills for me. Just trying to keep my heart from racing all the time. Yesterday, all this panic in my mind. Promise, I swear I've been doing fine. No, I'm not alone and feeling like no thrills for me. Just trying to keep my heart from racing all the time. No thrills for me. Just setting all this panic in my mind. In my mind, in my mind, in my mind, in my mind. Oh, oh, no thrills for me. No thrills for me. Take all your banners, they say paint them white, and promise you will wave them when the sky is falling down. We mind the manners, not our heads, but if we're honest, all our flags are miles behind us on the ground. And I wouldn't have it any other way, any other way. If I don't know a thing about love, I know about us. No, I wouldn't have it any other way, any other way. If I don't know a thing about love, I know about us. If we're naive, at least we think we're sure of something. I'm not worried, up late losing sleep at night. We drew our lines and met up right around the middle. I'll be okay as long as you're here by my side. And I wouldn't have it any other way, any other way. If I don't know a thing about love, I know about us. No, I wouldn't have it any other way, any other way. If I don't know a thing about love, I know about us. All the rest we'll figure out. All the rest we'll figure out. All the rest we'll figure out. And I wouldn't have it any other way, any other way. If I don't know a thing about love, I know about us. No, I wouldn't have it any other way, any other way. If I don't know a thing about love, I know about us. All the rest we'll figure out. All the rest we'll figure out. All the rest we'll figure out.
All right, everybody, we are here with some unexpected victory action, trying to clinch a playoff spot today versus Cyberstorm White. I'm your play-by-play Johnny Esports. I'm joined by Wes Rambo. How you doing, my dude?
I'm doing good, Johnny. I spent all day outside, so I'm a little bit, I've got that sun headache. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a good feeling. It's like being sore after a workout. You know,
Yeah, man.
it's good. But we are here indoors right now to talk about some Counter-Strike, and this is a big one, Johnny, because Unexpected Victory and Cyberstorm White are both at 8 wins right now, and 9 wins is the magic number for ESEA main in order to get that playoff spot. So both of these teams have a lot on the line here. A couple of games left in the season, so nobody's getting eliminated from playoff contention from this game, but you can clinch your playoff spot right here in this game on Overpass.
Yeah, for sure. Wanting to be able to clinch that, and of course, like then you're working on a better seeding as you're going forward through the rest of it. There's still like a few, like yeah, like you said, like a bunch more games left, so it's not like this is the be all and end all. But it's a good litmus test, though, if you're looking at another 8-3 team right now for UV1, and you want to see where you're going to be at, because like you want to have a lot of momentum going into playoffs, like they did going into the open playoffs last season. And if they can get a nice win against another team who is thinking the same thing, that they want to get this win and just know they're in playoffs already, that could spell really, really good things for this UV1 squad.
It definitely could. You know, we got to look over at Cyberstorm White, and as always, we know very little about the team. I do want to give you a player to watch out for, which is Trevor. The most frags over the course of the season for Cyberstorm White at 217. Pretty impressive stuff. UV1, of course, we are looking at, you know, the new lineup, the new look, which has been destroying teams in the past few matches. I was here for the chess club little, you know, domination that they put forward on Nuke, and I missed the most recent match, but it looks like pretty similar scenes, Johnny, against Lo-Fi Hip Hop Radio, 16-7 that time. And if you were around for that one, you know, why don't you give me a little recap of what happened there?
They were way better than them.
There we go. You understood the assignment, Johnny.
Yeah.
I said little recap, and you're like, little it is.
Little it is. Oh, but yeah, basically what it came down to, like the last match I remember you seeing, it was a little bit of a vampy show. The last one you came out, and
big time.
and he definitely like kind of came out. This one was just like everyone popping off. Remember when we were joking a little bit about Alfight, like kind of bottom fragging the team, but it was mostly just because he didn't need to do anything, because everyone was going crazy. Actually, in this one, well, Alfight had the opportunity of being needed to do stuff, and Alfight did stuff, and everyone was key, and they just seemed very, very strong in that last one.
The chess club match, actually, we were talking about Egglet having, you know, lower fragging performances over the course of the season, and then it was Egglet who popped off and, you know, went up alongside Vampy on the top of that scoreboard. So yeah, exciting stuff for UV1. Everybody firing on all cylinders. None of them are in the server right now, so hopefully they will eventually make it. But in terms of the way they're playing, everybody is showing up to play. Everybody's doing great. And UV1, they've had such a journey. It's been such a great experience to watch UV1 grow and evolve and adapt to whatever kind of gets thrown their way in terms of roster changes, in terms of playing against tougher competition, going back and forth, having to play these crazy overtimes occasionally, coming up against these types of teams. UV1 has been through the ringer, and they have come out stronger every time. So it's been a pleasure to watch this whole time.
Yeah, and as they continue to grow and as they continue to get better, it just always seems to be an upward trajectory, which is like you always like, are we gonna find that plateau with some of these players eventually? Like you think like that might kind of end up happening, and every time I think I may be getting an inkling of that. Like middle of the season, they lost those kind of 3 in a row. Of course, one of those was that 25 overtime that was awkward, but. You kind of get the feeling like, okay, maybe this is like we found their level, but they always seem to just get that much better, and the gap between like where they started and where they are now just keeps getting greater, and like it just keeps like seeming like, yeah, when do these players stop improving? Because theoretically there's a limit, but they're showing that they can just keep getting better, and like it's really impressive stuff, and I look forward to if that growth does indeed continue with the game like this one.
Yeah, I'm excited to see it too, and it seems kind of almost inevitable that it will. They've got a great project going here, and you know, the fact we mentioned this before, I like to come back to it sometimes. The fact that they have kind of taken the time to say to us, you know, we want to get this stuff on stream and get a broadcast going, get this sort of community hopping a little bit with, you know, with a stream and with a little bit of a narrative getting started. I think it's a great step in the right direction. It shows the commitment that they've got to the project, and it's very encouraging to see all these players loading into the server. We will get started pretty soon, so we can start talking a little bit now about Overpass, Johnny, because Overpass has been an interesting one for UV1 in the past. They kind of go back and forth here. Sometimes we think that they're T side executes are just amazing, super clean, super layered, great mid-round calls. And sometimes they struggle on the T side, in certain games or against certain teams. They end up with a little bit of, they shed some of those layers, maybe is the way to put it. They don't always have the most organized approach to certain areas of the map. In particular, they struggle with this bathrooms and mid area occasionally, looking around, but making sure everything is covered. So that's something that UV1 have got to watch out for. Hopefully, they've shored it up for this very, very important match. On the other hand, their CT side has also been really good at times and shaky at times. Sometimes if there's a team that comes in with an amazing game plan with some great coordination on the hits, then UV1 sometimes struggles against that. And they, if they're not just absolutely popping off on the aim, if they don't have somebody really go off in terms of getting those opening frags, doing some Ferrari peaks, really feeling themselves, then sometimes they drop a few rounds on CT side they wouldn't. So I think that it's very feast or famine sometimes for UV1 on overpass, and that's going to be something they look to sort of bring together a little bit into a more cohesive and more consistent performance. So this is a perfect time for them to show that they are working towards that.
Yeah, and especially on this map, one thing I'm kind of looking forward to is watching Vampy play at Squeaky again. Because it's been that coin flip that has more often come up heads for him, assuming he wants heads in that coin flip. And it's entertaining, but sometimes it's bad, sometimes it's good. And we even talked to him in that interview. We laughed about it because sometimes he's got a love-hate relationship with that door. So we'll certainly see how it goes.
Vampy seems to have a little bit of a philosophy like, all right, if it's 51%, I'm going for it. If I'm, as long as it's a better plus than minus, we are going out of that door every round, baby.
Vampy's a house man, as long as it's at least a little bit in his favor, if you test it long enough, it's just going to continue being in his favor.
He's playing a numbers game out there, and we talked to him in the interview last time they played Overpass about that exact thing, where he just kind of swings out that door with not a care in the world, and usually ends up with frag, at least sometimes two, and it's just amazing to see him play this map. Honestly, it is really, really a pleasure to watch. He makes this look like Dust 2 when Vampy gets on this server.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Vampy's just got like that Wild West, the almost just.
Oh, he is a gunslinger for sure. Vampy is an outlaw, no doubt.
Which is great. Which is really cool to have on this team, on a team that is mostly kind of led in the charge to be kind of more organized, have a couple more set plays and all that. But
Deimos is the sheriff, and the other guys are deputies, and then there's the wild card Vampy joining in. Just our interests align right now, partner, kind of thing. And he's got a little bit of the gunslinger. I like that. Metaphor. I think it really works with UV1. Because they do definitely have a very, not a strict game plan, but a very clear game plan. And Vampy is sort of unleashed on the map, kind of playing around that in some cases. So UV1, that's one of the things that makes them so exciting to watch and gives them that depth that gets them advantage over a lot of these teams, where even if they don't have necessarily the most firepower, they usually do, but even if they don't, they still got a fighting chance because of that depth.
Yeah, we're still waiting, I guess, for one more to come in here, because right now CSG here, Cyberstorm, have 6 players on the server, which is slightly unfair. But
that's not quite right. I mean, I see. You're right.
I'm sure one of them is the coaches who's kind of here and hanging out or whatever, but maybe that's just because, we're waiting for the one more player from UV1 to connect, and we'll get going with that. So hopefully that
Sorry, Johnny. I'll be back in 1 minite.
Sure, no problem, dude. I'm just going to keep talking then. While we're waiting kind of for that to start, again, if you are just tuning in, this is 2 8-3 teams here in ESEA. I am looking to secure a playoff spot with today's win. Both of them, they got 4 games left of the season. The magic number 9 spot is still readily available in future games, but of course you just want to get it as soon as possible. It gives you that sense of relief of okay, now you really can focus one game at a time. Obviously the cliche is one game at a time, whatever, and I'm sure a lot of players really do focus it that way. But I know for me, it's kind of that thing always in the back of your mind And once you kind of get to that 9th win, you go, okay, now you really can't focus on one game guy because not every game is a must-win or anything like that. But at the same time, every game after that is a game where you can look at improving your position in the playoffs. So that's something they're going to want to do. And it can start really strong.
I have returned.
Here. And Wes
Yes.
is back.
Yep. Sorry about that, folks. But yeah, you know, I'm excited for Overpass. I always love to see it. Overpass is possibly my favorite map in CSGO right now. I just think it is so... It conveys really hype moments while also creating really great broad narratives as well. You know, you can play this map kind of like a story, kind of like a... there's like a plot... sort of a plot arc that can go with this map that is so... so interesting and varied, like I said. So that's, you know, it just happens. It's kind of, you know, it's like Inferno in that way, but it also allows for a little bit more of a loose style sometimes than Inferno. So
yeah,
you know, finding out which side UV1 will start on is going to give us a lot of info here. They always pick CT if they win the knife round, so we'll see if they do it. And yeah, if they do, I think that even though we talked about sort of their back and forth flip-flopping on this map as they do win the knife round here, I think that they are still going to look for CT. Then they do swap. So that's going to be, they're going to be happy with that. UV1 always love to start on that CT side. They love to sit there, wait on those angles, and show the other team exactly what they're up against with regards to aim. For
sure, and it just kind of gives you that kind of easy route. Then if you're like, they are very confident on their T side, so if you can, you know, come out 8-6, 9-5 or whatever. Is that numbers right? Anyway, whatever.
8-7, 9-6.
9-6. Thank you. Like, wait a minute, that sounded completely wrong. If you come up with either one of those scores, you're pretty happy on the CT side, and then because they're confident on their T side, it's potentially easy from there on out. But we're into it now. We're into this pistol round as we're watching Tundra here throw down a little bit of utility. And oh, I gotta mention something while I have a moment here. My most recent cast, I did a Valorant tournament, right? And you did one too over the weekend. And
I did.
Man, do I appreciate the Counter-Strike spectator so much more. I bet picking up the first frag in this one.
Yeah.
Here we go, and they're getting onto site here. They're able to get this plant off as they're able to get that one down. Looks like 2sick was able to grab one more. I'm assuming that's probably 2sick. Let's go. Grabs one more. 2sick gets another. He's walking around the corner. Down to 3 HP. Flex here. One taps Trevor. And now we're sitting at a 2v3. But one of them is pretty low health. Vampy can pick that one off. This is a good situation still for unexpected victory. They're on top of it now. One of them is moved by Cafe. Never mind. He's gone. Nice shooting, Vampy. I bet last one standing here to try to defend this defuse there. He starts the defuse. Will I bet come out and peek? Flex is right there waiting for him, getting that little bit of damage on him. They're starting the defuse now. Behind him is Vampy. Flex will finish off the frag, and he's got a kit, so that is good to go.
Extremely well played there. And yeah, it came down a little bit to the wire, but just a great killer instinct from Flex to be kind of swinging around those corners, making sure you tap those heads. And there was a bit of a mistake from Cyberstorm there. You know, it's a tough situation to be in when, you know, players are falling and you're not sure where the enemy is coming from. But there was a player who was totally exposed to Vampy's peek from mid. Just a free kill for Vampy. He didn't even hit the first shot. Just had to shoot a couple times, still managed to grab it for free. So a bit of a mistake there from Cyberstorm White. They had a nice hit, but not a very good post plant. So something to look out for in the future.
And they do force up here to Galil's do Cyberstorm White. So I wonder if that potentially will throw off UV1 at all. If not, they are certainly risking losing a couple extra rounds here if this goes awkward. But right now they haven't pushed hard or anything. And FAMAS is right now, and this MP9 here on Alpha as he stares at Squeaky could potentially be just fine to protect against this, but very interesting round here to force this hard after losing the pistol.
Yeah, full force. That definitely does happen occasionally, and yeah, with those 3 frags in the plants, it definitely can be done. And actually, a first frag comes out, but still, there is, you know, a little armor, a little bit more utility over for UV1. So as they equalize here, UV1 do still have that opportunity, but they have gotten onto site.
Yeah, they are right here onto the A site. Deimos Bondi trade, and then Tundra walks up and is able to take down Flex. Here's Alphite in the smoke here. See if they're made that. There is the plant going down now. 2v3 situation here. Alphite once again with this MP9. We'll see Tundra here take him out. putting the numbers back to a 2v2, and it's just like the pistol round. Let's see who comes out on top of this.
I think there's an AK-47 on the ground if my eyes don't deceive me, so you know Alphi wants it bad, but it's way too dangerous right now. There he does pick it up. Nope, doesn't even pick up the rifle. He wants the SMG.
Nope, he's still trying to deal with a couple of them. They are trying to crossfire and get onto them. Bondi does pick up this one on Alpha, so it's up to Vampy, but Vampy gets taken down by Tusik. And that will be a round for Cyberstorm, so the gamble works out for him.
Yeah, and good hit this time again by Cyberstorm, and in this situation, they covered their bases a little bit better in the post plant, so very well done by Cyberstorm White, catching a couple of the UV1 players off guard, which just means good positioning by Cyberstorm. They, you know, I already from the first round, I saw a little bit of a mistake in the post plant, and I was wondering if that would continue, but it definitely did not. That was an excellent post plant, so great work by Cyberstorm. UV1 maybe wanting to not let them on that A site so quickly because you can tell from that round retake might start to get difficult.
Yeah, and we'll see what UV1 got in store here. They go for the deco here on this one. And we've definitely seen them do some nasty things with the deagle, so it certainly checks out here. Here's Flex landing that shot beautifully. Egglet also took out Tundra during that. Looks like Trevor took out Vampy over here by Trax, so that will put us back to a 4v3. Trevor, though, at 6 HP, Egglet at 13, couple of them pretty low. But we're getting some rifles here as Deimos is going to be able to grab this Galil here, tossed to him from Egglet. Trevor sitting in the middle of his pit here.
They've got a tentative hold on this site, but there you go. Like I said, low HP.
Might able to grab another one there. I bet Trade's taking out Flex, but they got the bomb planted now here on B. Two people here to defend. Deimos' head just poking out of there, able to take him down. I bet picking up Alpha into heaven. Egglet was able to take down Tusik, but it leaves us at a 1v1. Egglet with a disadvantage of health will go down. I bet with the 4K puts together a huge round for himself.
Yeah, well played there by iBet. Very nice round. Looks like we actually have a pause, so I'm not sure if that's tech or if we are going to see a little bit of a tactical timeout, but in any case, you got to compliment iBet on that round. Just Sentinel standing out in the open on the site, knowing that his opponents had inferior weaponry and just skill checking them every time they peeked. And UV1 with very little utility in that round as well, so they didn't have a lot of options. They just kind of had to hope they hit their shots. Yeah. I bet beats him to the punch, so Cyberstorm White getting the lead. Very well deserved so far.
Yeah, but still, obviously every time you kind of just go in there with pistols, even deagles, you'll very happy with grabbing 4 frags. And doing a decent amount of damage to the enemy team there. They're going to do it once again here with deagles just to make sure they have tons of cash. But again, if they do another round where they get a bunch of kills on these people now sitting there with AKs, that could be pretty good for UV1. But let's see how this one plays out. Deimos is pushing up real aggressively, and he meets up with that SMG on Tundra, so able to take him out pretty easily at close range versus the deagle.
And there's no armor on most of the players for UV1. There's no grenades or any utility bot at all. So they are just looking for, some lucky frags. Like you said, anything is basically a benefit for them right now. They have not invested at all. You can see Flex in particular has got lots of money saved up. You know what's happening next round. That op is coming out in round 4. Almost for sure. Pardon me, round 5. For Flex. And there are, we know how good Flex is. It's been such an amazing addition to this team. And next round, we're about to see.
Taps 1. But Bondi and iBet team up to grab 2 more for themselves as well. So they're going to continue on to this B site. 2 people left here on UV1. Tundra knows where Egglet is. Just got a great read on him. Takes him down. Trevor finishes off Vampy. So only 1 down there for Cyberstorm. They're up 3-1. But UV1 can finally buy some rifles here.
And we finally have a full gun round, and in fact, it's not even really a full gun round. We're going to have to wait at least 1 more round to find that, because Cyberstorm White are hanging on to a couple of lesser firearms there with the Galil and the MAC-10. So as I predicted, the op comes out for Flex. Let's see where he's going to be sitting. I would imagine it's long, but I suppose there's the potential for him to go to heaven as well.
Boost. Gets him down to 10 HP. Vampy loves that boost. They like to use that every once in a while.
Yes, often, yeah.
Just doesn't quite get the kill, but you'll take the damage. Oh, they go for it again. They go back to the well. Oh, and take him out. You gotta love that. Meanwhile, Flex here is gonna get that op shot down.
Flex is in pit with the op. Really interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe he dropped from heaven, but that's a great close range. They did not expect that on the peak for Cyberstorm. You saw that player coming out pretty brazen, expecting to try to grab the stack.
Vampy steals the AK, takes down Trevor with it. I bet and Tundra, last two left here. So far, a clean round for UV1. All of them still up and running. Do they try to save their guns? It's a whole minute of them trying to save these two.
Yeah, we'll see where they go. I mean, Overpass is one of those maps where you can get pretty far away from the enemy, and you can really get yourself tucked into a corner that's very difficult to flesh out, or pardon me, very difficult to clear out everything on the map. So there is the potential for them to save these guns, and they would love to do it. UV1 with a great round here, mostly off the back of Vampy, definitely stepping up from that boost. That's just the most Vampy thing ever, to do the boost a second time after it's already been spotted and saw 3 players in multiple angles. It's like, let's go for it again, though.
Yeah,
How
they
about?
won't.
It's like, are you sure, Vampy? Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
There's no way they're gonna expect me to go back again, right?
But I like the B setup in general because, yeah, we saw Flex at the pit, and totally caught that player off guard who peeked around trying to specifically take down where he knew there had to be 2 players because of the boost. So they had a player swing out from Cyberstorm to try to kill those 2 players, catch them off guard while they were dropping. Flex is in pit with the op, being able to peek that corner very, very early. I love that setup. It's kind of a little bit of, some tiny little bit of innovation that just netted them around, basically.
Yeah, definitely a little bit of that bait they refused so well. And yeah, definitely drew them right into the offer here. So good round there for UV1. They're still down 1 here. This is going to be another round where Cyberstorm, they buy up all their AKs, so they actually are, again, stronger than they were last round as they kept some of their other stuff. Use that round as a little bit of a bonus. So this could be a good round for UV1 to take.
Finally, a gun round coming through. We see full rifles in the hands of Cyberstorm White, who've already picked up 3 rounds on the T side. No small feat against UV1 on Overpass. But once gun rounds come in is when UV1 really start to, kick it into gear.
True.
So Cyberstorm White, you can see playing a pretty loose, pretty passive default right now. I don't mind it. I think that on Overpass, you can definitely... utility is so critical in terms of choke points on Overpass and stopping things from happening. Baiting it out can be pretty good.
I bet go down, but then he helps him out and venges his teammate. Then he picks up another one despite being flashed. They're still coming at him, but Damos says, no, don't go this way. You are not allowed to pass go. Vampy also taking down Bondi, leaving Trevor last one standing for Cyberstorm.
Giving away $200 instead of collecting it there. And yeah, through the flash. There's Flex going to finish it off. So great work by Damos, just fully blind, spraying a player down. Coming back and forth in the site from A. Nice work there. And Cyberstorm White are finding the thing that a lot of teams find against UV1, which is that maybe there are particularly strong players, but there are not very many weak points in the defense. You are not running into less skilled players if you try to switch sites or switch spots that you're hitting. So that's something that everybody, whenever you're playing against this type of thing in like a matchmaking match or a pug or something like that, if you run into that, it can really slow you down in terms of, oh, what are we going to do now? Because there is no weak link to find. And that's something that UV1 has always been very, very good at kind of making sure is the case. Cyberstorm White having to contend with that now. And in this particular round, they are full saving. So probably not going to be able to get much here. Looks like they're all kind of funneling towards the A area and just trying to get some sort of plant. UV1 have correctly predicted this, though. They got 3 players on A.
They're definitely backed up for that. They're trying the 5-stack coming straight towards A mid here. Egglet's going to pick up 1. Damon's grabbing another. Egglet, 4, looking for a 3rd. He's got to reload, though. Does take 2-6 down to 18 HP. And now that his M4 is reloaded, just waiting for 2-6 to peek out there. Flex, though, picking him up with the nade. Egglet grabbing the last one. 3K for him. And UV1 now up 4-3.
Eglet saw just that one pixel, and maybe he's got too beefy of a crosshair to exactly get it. It's such a precise shot, but he's like, can you just throw a grenade at that guy? I can't hit. I don't know. So Eglet calls for a little backup there. They do a nice hold on the A site against the Eco, and 4-3 unexpected victory for the first time. Take the lead, and we are back into a gun round. Cyberstorm White, though, now they're going to be on max loss bonus, but you can see that their utility is a little bit lacking. And on Overpass, that's such an important thing to be able to have on the T side, because both sites have lots of different angles that the CTs can approach from and very quick rotations. You need that utility to lock down a site. And right now, Cyberstorm White are, a little bit behind in the utility numbers. So once again, they try to play that default. The way you do this, if you're a little bit less on utility, is by trying to bait out the enemy team's utility by playing a default. So that's exactly what Cyberstorm White are doing. It's the correct call, but they are still at the disadvantage in this round.
Certainly, definitely. I say that sometimes, and it's like, what a weird sentence. But anyway.
No doubt, absolutely.
Yeah, no way. But anyway, this definitely is going to be a big round here, because Cyberstorm forcing up here a little bit once again with less utility. They got to kind of pull something out of here, because they will just be forced into another one. Well, they used just enough utility to use that smoke to walk in here and surprise Eglet as Tundra's walked in there. Now he's got a good angle here on Damos. And in fact, he sprays over towards Alpha and then takes down Damos. Tundra doing it by himself. Too sick over here. Then takes down Vampy, and all of a sudden it's just Flex by himself. And he's taken down. And what an incredibly clean round by Cyberstorm. Talked all about needing all that utility. They used one smoke and then walked in.
Yeah, huge by Tundra there with that spray transfer. Very, very nice. UV1, you gotta say, like, that type of thing doesn't happen unless you make a little bit of a mistake. I think UV1, 9 out of 10 rounds would have gotten the kill there, but it's still very, very well played by Tundra, and Cyberstorm White equalize. Still, UV1 had enough bank saved up to get another gun round and even another op for Flex. So they're going to be sitting pretty here. Still wanting to get lots of rounds. Remember that CT side definitely, well, Overpass is a fickle mistress for UV1. So the CT side, where they might have a little bit more consistency, they've got a little bit more of an easier to execute game plan. This is where they want to make sure they get rounds on the board. Right now, Cyberstorm White are definitely challenging them.
Yeah, and individual points for that, we saw that. We're seeing iBet step up in a different round here. So talking about how UV1 have no weak links. Maybe that's the same thing with Cyberstorm. But Damos is just going to walk up there. Real aggressive position here up here in Bathroom and just taking them down. Taking the fight to them as opposed to letting them come take the fight. And that's what happened last round. So working out so far for UV1. Matt is going to be able to Trevor here and just have quicker reactions to take him out. And yeah, UV1 just have a ton of control on this map.
Damos has been playing this game a lot, and Vampy goes down. And those types of peaks where you kind of make your own luck by getting out, having that instinct. That's the type of thing that you get.
Great spot for 2-6 to find the one in Squeaky there. There is one more there. Doesn't necessarily know about. Meanwhile, Flex is grabbing a couple kills here on top of Heaven. We'll close out this round. UV1 now leading 5-4.
Yeah, Cyberstorm, you could see, lost the plot a little bit there once they got into Monster. After Flex took down that first kill, the remaining player, I think it was Bondi, just had no idea. Just kind of slow walks out into the angle where he the Opera just fired from. Bit of a communication breakdown for Cyberstorm White for sure. Unexpected victory can do that to you, though. Kills going all the way across the board. I wanted to mention Damos because those timings, he finds them more often than not. And it's that experience coming.
Quick rush towards the side. Eglet opens it up. Taking 1. 2-6 will trade it right back. Alpha then does another IMEX. But here's Bondi coming around the corner to take down Vampy 3v3. But tons of low members here on Cyberstorm as they get taken down. Now 2-6 with 2 HP is trying to hold this one down. He does get one more, but it's dealing with Damos in Heaven, who finishes them off. And they go for a quick rush. And exciting action leads to UV1 winning another round.
Yeah, you know, even with Vampy dying to an unfortunate team flash from Alphite, still Egglet had done enough work to, you know, make it so that UV1 still had the advantage in the end of the round. And then there was, I think that was Tusik at the end who, yeah, had 2 HP and also ran out of bullets for the AK. Definitely had a chance to pick off the headshot into the player on Heaven, but running out of bullets and just a wide swing finds him and takes him out. So UV1 still looking good, 6-4 here, and put Cyberstorm White back on the Deagle save. On the Deco, as they say.
Yeah. I've, flex. All right, Tundra just trying to walk up and...
I don't know what Tundra was doing
Yeah,
there. Don't ask me, I don't know.
by himself, no utility. Did he? I don't know if he looked at that side. Maybe he did, but by the time...
It's a slow crouch walking into B by himself, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a Deco, who knows?
Who knows?
You do what you can.
Egglet's got another one here. Molly's going to slow him down at least a little bit. Does separate him from Tusik, and Tusik goes down to Egglet, who's got 2K on the round already. So it's just Trevor and Bondi here. They only got Deagles and nothing else really going, so they're just hoping they can find something out of this round, but this is certainly one that looks like it's just UV1. There's a nice shot from Bondi taking down Egglet, so that is something out of this round. Deimos here has got a great spot here to take down Bondi, and certainly does. Trevor now by himself, waiting here in the bathroom like you're playing a battle royale and you're just waiting for the circle to get smaller. You're just hiding here by yourself.
Waiting for the party to be over, waiting in the bathroom stall so you can slink out right at the end when everybody's already gone because you did something embarrassing on the dance floor. Trevor trying to peek out here. Oh no! What? Vampy actually almost got caught there, but did turn around and gives Trevor a little swirly there.
If I were to tell you I thought today we're going to hear gives him a swirly on the broadcast, I don't think I would have taken that.
It's called bathroom. I'm surprised we don't hear it more, honestly.
Excellent, excellent. All right, 7-4 lead here for UV1, and Bondi and Co here for Cyberstorm. Haven't quite cracked the code here yet for UV1. They've picked up a couple rounds, and the rounds they have picked up, an individual player kind of steps up and goes insano mode, but it's just not something you can easily rely on every round.
Definitely not. You know, yeah, a couple of individual plays. Ooh, that's it. Is that smoke? Is that on purpose to block some sort of boost?
Maybe.
I don't think so. I think it's just a missed smoke from UV1. Cyberstorm would be cool, but no, I don't think it's going to do anything.
Vampy trades that one with Tundra over there, but... Oh, where were you? We were on Nuke. I think I was solo casting it, and there was definitely a smoke I just didn't expect. Egglet taking down one more, but that gets traded right away from Tusik. They are getting onto this A side here. It's still sitting at a 3-3 as the rest of them are starting to rotate over. I bet takes out Deimos as we're watching Trevor check out the back of the site. Vampy, though, is able to walk in the middle and take him out. Trevor takes him down. It leaves a Flex here with the AWP and this USP here to try to stop this. He's got 17 HP, can't stop that. Oh, tried to switch back over to his AWP, but not quite fast enough. Tusik grabs his second frag of the round to secure that one. UV1 still up 7-5.
Yeah, well played by Flex, you know, to go for the kill when he heard the plant, knowing and having the call that the player was tagged. But in a 2v1, if you play correctly, you should never lose as the two players, and Cyberstorm White played that one correctly. Even a player as good as Flex does not have time to get the op out before the enemy player gets there and is able to headshot him. So the classic UV1 boost coming in once again. And unexpected victory on 7-5. Cyberstorm White, honestly, UV1 are looking really good. So I would say compliments to Cyberstorm White for even getting 5 rounds against UV1 on form.
Yeah. So anyway, the story I was trying to tell. It was on Nuke, and they threw a smoke outside that I thought was just a missed smoke, but it actually gives you an opportunity to jump up on the CT side and get a look at kind of everything. Anyway, it was cool, and it's something I hadn't seen before. So every once in a while, like I'm like, oh, that's a weird smoke, and there is some cool ones that I just like, you know, I just haven't seen.
The one in that round I think was a miss.
But yeah, that one,
I've never heard of a boost that would catch that exact angle.
Yeah, so that exactly. But I'm always I've just every once in a while I see stuff like that. I'm like, I have to think about it for a second. So I'm like, I don't think not a smoke I've seen, but sometimes like Counter-Strike, there's so many angles in this one that like you don't think of, and like and maybe even like pros, they just like they don't use some of them because they're like low percentage things, and there's like why even bother taking care of those. So you, like even when we're watching pro play, you don't see every possible angle. So in every game, so it is always interesting to kind of see what people are trying to do and what they're trying to discover with different smokes. Some of them trying to get one ways. Well, there's Tundra. Doesn't need any smoke to get that kill.
That's a great shot, just catching that boost right away when they were peeking it, and that was meant to get him, but he shuts him down.
Deimos with a nice flash, then picks up 2. Tundra will take him out, but very good play from Deimos to get out a couple in that situation. Flex then comes in, takes out another, so that leaves Tundra by himself as Alplight walks up and takes him down. So despite the nice op to get things started for Cyberstorm, UV1 will still win this round and be up 8-5.
Yeah, Tundra was the only thing they had going for him, unfortunately for them in that round. Nice re-up by UV1 after the A defenders go down. Yeah, Tundra getting up very aggressive there, but once again, you know, if UV1 are aggressive enough pushing through those smokes, and there are no mollies, nothing else to delay, and if everything isn't covered, A is a very difficult site to hold on the plant. So Cyberstorm White finding that out the hard way and being forced back on to Eco for the second last round of the half here. We'll see if they can get anything from it. Their Ecos have not been very successful against UV1 though.
Yeah, UV1 just haven't been caught off guard by anything. Oh, Eglet with the no-scope on the off. Pretty. Meanwhile, though, 2-6 finding a shot right back, answering Eglet's nice shot. So we're back to 4v4. Vampy meeting up here with Tundra. Takes a little bit of damage, but is able to take him down. So 3 members left here for Cyberstorm. Walking up short A and see if they can find any more picks there. You're starting to make the hit onto the site. Throwing out all their utility. Here's Bondi meeting up with Deimos, but he's taken down meanwhile. Vampy picks up another one. A couple more frags at the end. Deimos getting the last one. 9-5 here for UV1 as we head into the final round of the half.
Tusik is cursing the designers of this map right now because his flash that was meant to go into the site bounced off the lamp at bathrooms and did not go into the site and did not flash any UV1 players. Instead, only flashed one of his own players. And yeah, their attack was completely destroyed by that. That is huge, a huge mistake. So just an unfortunate turn of events there. It's a tiny little lamp that sticks out from the side of the wall, and the flash just, boom, hit it right square. This kind of sucks. You got to feel for the guy.
Yeah, definitely. Vampy, he was looking at Squeaky, but flicks down just in time to take down Tundra. So nice reactions by Vampy. That was not an easy frag. There's Crosshair not in that exact spot. But someone whose Crosshair is in the right spot right away is Deimos. Gets that headshot for that.
Deimos, good crosshair placement? You don't say, Johnny.
Yeah, what?
Surely you jest.
Excellent stuff. Here's Alphight with the jump peek. He's going to find that they went Squeaky here. Throws out a nade there. Get a little bit of damage onto iBet. Trying to also see if they can get a little more chip damage through the wall. But they're starting to make a move over here going towards A-Long.
Trying to make something of this round still. It's the last round of the half. This would be 10-5, and that's a great scoreline for UV1 if they end up with it. But Cyberstorm White are not out of it just yet. It's going to be 3v2 on A site if they do manage to kind of...
Oh, Eglet walks out right when they're throwing out their utility. Able to take advantage of them. Eglet with the aggressive play. Picks up 2. Turns around. Grabs 3 more to end the half. Eglet has come to play, baby.
Yeah, Eglet is not... It ran out of patience there, it almost looked like. It's just like, you know what? stop with this slow walking up long business. I'm just going to take you all down. Just swings out, catches the molly thrower at the perfect timing, just gets over to the other guy. They were not expecting that wide swing whatsoever. Wide swinging is something that a lot of new players or a lot of lesser players fall prey to because they see pros or good players do that exact type of play and they think, oh, wide swinging, great, I can just hit the shots. No, you got to really know when to do it. And
Yeah.
Eglet is one of those players who really knows exactly when to make his move. So that's just a demonstration of that right there. And then just for a little bit of flair, he wide swings the third player as well.
Yeah, yeah.
So Eglet just puts on a show right there.
Yeah, absolutely great round for him, and it was funny because as I was watching the guy, obviously we have X-ray, so I'm watching the guy throw it as utility, and I'm thinking this is what happens every single time I try to throw a molly. Someone just walks out and shoots me, and I'm like, this is why I don't buy this, folks, because I always get killed trying to throw this stuff out, and well. It always seems like the enemy team has an Eglet whenever I'm trying to play. That's for sure.
Exactly. Yeah. UV1 definitely has some enemy team energy in this game for sure. Their timings just must be frustrating Cyberstorm White quite severely right now. So UV1 at 10-5, an excellent spot to be in, starting on the T side of Overpass, and I'm curious to see what they've come up with. It's been a little while since they've played Overpass. They usually come up with something a little different every time they come onto a map like this that requires more preparation. And in this Crystal round, it seems like a rush through Connector.
Yeah, they're making their way around. They're gonna get through A short here. Maybe get this hit onto the A site as Eglet is throwing out the smoke for that. And here's a flash coming in here now. They're going to get onto it. Alphite opens up the round. Trevor trades it right back as he backs up to the back of the site. They're getting this plant down, but Bondi is causing a ton of trouble here, taking down a couple. He cabs one more. Tusik grabs the other two. And a solid pistol round here for Cyberstorm as they snuff out UV1's rush to A.
A swarm of USPs completely shutting it down. That's just really great aim. And UV1, pistol rounds are, they made a pretty slow walk because they went through Connector and then back to A. They gave Cyberstorm White a lot of time to set up, and Cyberstorm used that quite effectively there, getting into all the positions they needed to. UV1 just simply could not cover everything with the kills coming in so fast. Well done. Oh my god. Oh no. And speaking of a swarm.
Oh my goodness, just burned and blown up there for UV1, and unfortunately Autodirector apparently had no interest in watching that because it was
it was just too horrifying, Johnny.
Yeah, you can't show that on live television. It's basically what Autodirector decided.
Yep.
And I wasn't quick enough to switch to it, to be fair. But yeah, let's see what Vampy can do here with the Deagle, though. It might meet up with iBet around that corner there, depending if he walks out this way, or it might just be like two ships passing each other in the night as Vampy does get through here. He's just trying to find something. Jump peeking here. There is Tusik. He sees him now, so he's just calmly continue to walk up. Oh, I thought he was going to get that. Meanwhile, at the same time, Deimos was at least able to pick up one right side of bathroom here, but he will eventually go down. Cyberstorm got the first couple rounds in this half. UV1 now still up 10-7.
Yeah, Vampy was just, you could tell he was waiting one more jump and he would have had that headshot, but instead the player comes around and his aim just isn't quite on point, has to resteady it a little bit. So Cyberstorm White get another round. No surprise there as UV1 were on a bit of a save. Now they're on the full deco here with armor. So they are dangerous from this position, but it's when we get into the gun rounds that UV1 will really start to come alive on the T side. So for the UV1s in chat, nothing to worry. UV1 fans in chat, nothing to worry about just yet, even if it gets up to 10-8. It'll work so far.
Ooh, I see. Nice shot there, but Flex. Flex is aim. Tundra, meanwhile, burst fire will take down Deimos. Eglet with the bomb has made their way onto the A site, trying to deal with Tundra here. Nice shooting once again, able to take him down. Trying to get this plant off too as well as we watch Flex take down Bondi. So bomb does get planted. We watch Eglet's down to 3 HP. He's just trying to survive here and wait for his teammate to come join him. but he will go down. And now it's up to Flex, who did manage to find an M4. He's trying to stop this defuse. It's going on, but unfortunately, even though he took down 2-6, Trevor is able to finish it off. Able to save the M4 at least, but they got the plant. They got a couple frags here, so they got plenty of money going into the round.
Yeah, that's a great round from UV1. Flex almost getting the spray down at the end there and making it an amazing round, but still great for them to manage to get so many kills, get the plant, get everything they need for guns in their hands. They're going to play against the bonus now, but Cyberstorm White choose to rebuy, actually. Only Bondi sticking on the SMG, so it's pretty much a full gun round here. And with this B hit and Cyberstorm White stacked up, it's going to be tough.
They're going to open up the round. Vappy's going to join him, too. Grabbing another, already down to 3 people here on Cyberstorm. All 5 of them still up for UV1 as they're making the hit on towards the B site. Alpha leading the charge here. Black goes down. He's able to take down Trevor, who had taken out Flex. But the smoke is down. Egglet here is going to be able to plant this bomb. Yep, is able to plant the bomb. 9 HP, always scary number to be planting it.
Bullets whizzing past his ears, but they've got the plant, and UV1 pretty much have guaranteed the round here, especially with Tundra on the op. They're going to save these guns at this point, so 11-8 will be the score. Now, with UV1 holding on to 4 rifles, I bet it's in a kind of a rough spot, though.
Yeah, Vampy's going to come out here. We'll see. Trying to assist him with a flash. Well, Vampy's out now. Free fires around that corner, takes him down. Tundra, meanwhile, again, is just trying to hold on to this op and should be able to get it. No one in the area, so UV1 will go up 11-8 here. And let's see how Cyberstorm buys this round.
I wouldn't be betting against Vampy with Peeker's advantage. No surprise he ended up winning that one. But it's interesting that they used 2 flashes. Vampy didn't peek on either of them and then just randomly swung. It's quite a risk, actually, and kind of an unnecessary one, I have to say. But, you know, all's well that ends well. UV1 still win the round. They still keep the guns 11-8. Only the op maintained, so you can see Tundra and Trevor on the rifles there with UV1 on full guns. Trevor already makes use of it.
Yeah, Trevor able to get down to 1 there with an M4. So pretty solid start here for Cyberstorm. Nade
still
tags
no util. No util, just Eagles on 3 players. It's a very difficult position for them. UV1 likely to know this, but the fact that they saw a rifle means they might think it's a force. And so we'll see how they kind of adapt to that, see if they can kind of suss out that the rest of the players are on such low weaponry and utility.
Yeah, and they know they have an op, right? So it's just like, hey, well, they got an op, they got at least 1 M4, and you're just like,
yeah,
okay.
This is a tough one to... I'm interested in what Deimos calls here. This is actually very tough. This is a difficult round for UV1. If they make the read, then they can kind of work things out pretty easily, and the fact that they're slowing it down, I think, bodes well for them. But this tests Deimos as a mid-round caller for sure, because you know, you have to get a lot of information from you have to get a lot of assumptions from very little information.
Definitely makes an interesting choice here, and so far the choices that are going to walk up A long. But one person waiting for them would be Tundra with that op, who could definitely do a ton of damage if they certainly do walk right into his crosshair. And they are starting to make the hit onto it now. Smoke's coming down. They smoke exactly where Tundra is. But he's able to walk around, but barely misses the shot on Vappy. He misses 2. Huge misses from him. Vappy getting the frag there. They're getting the plant now. Deimos taking down Bondi, who's trying to get in behind them. Everyone is behind the site here for Cyberstorm. Trevor trying to get into it, but Vampy's going to be able to take him down. I bet gets around the corner, and he's able to pick up 1 with his deagle. Not before Vampy was able to take out a couple here, but he switches over to this op. Oh, turns right when Flex was actually looking. If Flex driving, oh, he keeps turning away at just the wrong time. Unfortunate for IBET.
Unfortunate. Really unlucky for IBET. He's going to be able to maintain the op. You kind of saw it there. He was thinking maybe I want to go for this.
Yeah.
But after getting tagged and missing it there, speaking of missing shots, really unlucky from Tundra. Just didn't have a great round there. Tundra's been hitting some great shots with the op, but in this case, missed some critical ones. And unexpected victory, they ran right into the op, And the fact that Tundra missed won them the round, basically, because Tundra could have easily gotten both of those kills if he was just shooting a little bit more straight. And then UV1 would have been in a very difficult position indeed. So a little bit of a lifeline for UV1, and hopefully they do use it well here. Trevor does hold on to the op once again.
Well, that's one of those, we take those kind of moments there. And there we go. Trevor hits that shot, taking down Deimos, and he himself is probably thinking, that's what I need to do. But Vampy does take down iBet here, put the numbers back to even.
Oh, Vampy's just such a little snake.
Oh, real finding someone. He's just going back to get the bomb, meets up with someone, and takes him out. Vampy, meanwhile, taking down 2-6 here. Now got himself 2 frags in this round, and they can just get on the B side. Egglet leads the charge, takes down Bondi. Only Trevor up with that op. Again, likely to save it again, because everyone else kind of just like was saving while Trevor was forced.
Yeah, the amount of timings that they've found in this round in this game in general, and the amount of times in particular Vampy has heard the shots and used the kind of audio cues to determine exactly where the player is and exactly when he can peek and when they won't be ready for him to swing is just ridiculous in this overpass map so far. UV1 can all do it, but Vampy in particular.
Here's
this time though.
Oh. He's gonna get away with it, okay?
No way.
Oh,
Trevor.
I
actually love this from Trevor. Trevor had full vision of him that whole time. Flex is running around, dropping guns. Trevor's just like, yep, carry on.
Yeah,
he saves the op again.
Exactly, because he kind of doesn't know if someone else is right behind him, and if he gets a kill and then loses the op, that's not value for him, right? So,
yep. No,
kind of funny stuff.
You hold your, unless he turns to look right at you, which would have been a very awkward situation indeed. But unless he does that, you save. You hold your fire there. Great work by Trevor. They save the op and they bring it into the gun round. So just a really nice bit of trigger discipline by Trevor, and hilarious that Flex didn't even think to look there.
Here's the smoke that Trevor is looking at. He did give that up over to Tundra, but right now UV1 kind of just making noise as they're all chilling in water as 2-6 watching over Monster here. 4 rounds in a row for UV1. Do put them in a good position here, but Cyberstorm could definitely start thinking about a comeback if they are able to pull out this round, but losing this round will probably make it feel like it's borderline out of reach. UV1 trying to take advantage of that.
Yeah, once again, UV1 have got a win streak, so there is max loss bonus again, but Cyberstorm, look at their money. It's pretty much 0 for almost everybody. The only thing that they've got is that they brought that op into this round, so Tundra's got a bit built up. But yeah, they're in a tough spot indeed if they lose this one. UV1 are just so solid. Like I said, they're really on right now.
2-6 Deimos trade. Bondi able to take down Alpha 2 as well. Deimos started walking on the site. He's going to grab one. Flex grabs the other. So they're going to be able to get into this now. They're getting the plant on. Rotations coming through. I bet is going to go towards heaven. Here's Vampy walking back up through here. And I bet and Tundra, again, probably feel like they really need this round. So everyone else on the team's pretty broke. Tundra grabbing one more frag there with the op. Flash coming through. Flex. Nice shot, taking down Tundra. I bet over here, trying to survive, will not do so. Flex taking him out. He's got 3K on that round, 2 for Deimos. Put UV1 up 14-8.
Squeaky clean from Flex there. Turns perfectly away from the flash, perfectly right back onto the head, then just peeks out for the second kill while the other player is distracted. That's just a joy to watch. I love things like that when it just looks so smooth. That was textbook push there into that position after hearing that op kill go off. You know, yeah, like you said, Cyberstorm White had to go for that. They need rounds right now. They could not afford to lose that one. Unfortunately, they do. And now being forced to do things like push alone with Deagles, UV1, it almost feels like a formality for these last couple of rounds at this point.
Alpha knows he's there. He's going to throw out the flash. Come up with a solo play. Oh, but Tundra takes him down. Alpha missing on that. Who ducks is my usual call when that happens. Egglet, though, does take down Trevor. as we see that Deimos was able to trade that right back, but looks like Vampy went down 2v3, so this is actually a pretty solid round here for Cyberstorm as they take one more. But again, they gotta win rounds in actuality, but they got a couple AKs here. They're in a good position. Swings around,
Wow.
finds Flex. They got a huge advantage now in this round all of a sudden. This is one of their first ecos that's really working out for them, but Deimos planting the bomb now. Can he defend it against two? If Deimos clutch this one out, it's basically all but over for Cyberstorm. He does find Bondi, so this is back down to a 1v1, and right now you got to think advantage. Deimos, 2-6, no utility. Oh.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Deimos looks at it for a while. He's like, okay.
Oh, he's just defusing. Throwing the nade. He might not have heard that the defuse started because of that nade.
I think Deimos is just took his hands off his mouse and keyboard after that. It's just like, all right, I give up on this round. That you can have it. That's it.
Oh, Deimos, I'm sorry, my dude.
It happens. It happens to everybody, even players as experienced and as good as Deimos. Unexpected Victory is still in a great position, but Cyberstorm might have gone over to a double op setup. So we'll see what they can get with that. They've been tough with the ops so far, and going aggressive with them as well.
Yeah, and maybe that's what Cyberstorm has decided here, that maybe they need to start taking the fight to UV1 instead of sitting back. Sitting back hasn't worked so far. As they, have moved all the way through A and are backing up from that position now. But that's one of the things about CT side on this map. Oh, Trevor though might meet up with Egglet. Yeah, Egglet dry peeks that one, and Trevor will take him down. Ooh, a Vampy.
Damn.
Beauty of a shot there to take him out. So that's one of the oppers down. Here's iBet in bathroom. I think he might have saw the tip of Vampy's rifle. Yeah. Able to pick him off. Deimos trying to walk around him now. If iBet backs up into this, Deimos will take him out. Picking up the op to try to get on site as we tune into 2-6, who we just sees a bunch of mollies flying out. They start to get on site here. 2-6 takes down one. Alphite trying to deal with Trevor at the back of A. Will take him out. That's the other opper. So it's just Bondi 1v2 trying to prevent match point. He takes down Alphite, and he's got to take down Flex 2 as well. He switches over to his nade. Able to get a decent amount of damage on him, but Flex still kind of winning just in that HP battle here. And then Flex finds a way around the corner, take him down.
Flex was feeling jumpy there, and you saw him kind of, he took a risk by peeking, but it also can benefit you really as well to go for a peek like that. You know, keeping the enemy player on their toes. You know that they are the ones who've got to make the move, so if you make one first, you can catch them off guard. Match point here, and yeah, you know, Alphite once again kind of down at the bottom of the scoreboard, not having had to do that much for these rounds to continue to be won. UV1 are looking really good here. Cyberstorm White are an excellent team, and they haven't made any changes yet.
Vampy just walks in there, staring at his favorite door. We haven't seen a lot of crazy squeaky plays here from him this map, but
it hasn't been his spot of choice.
He's here this time, but 2-6 is staring right at it, and Vampy will take him down. So coin flip goes tails. But he did get one, to be fair.
Yep, true. Yeah, I'd say it landed on the edge there.
Yeah. Here's Flex walking up short A. I bet in the middle of the site there. You're just trying to get him out there. Oh, that's a scout, not him up. But, picks up the kill anyway.
Doesn't matter. Yep. Yeah, Flex fully missed the molly there. It landed up in the rafters, or up in a balcony somewhere, nowhere to be affecting anybody.
Egglet walks around the corner. He gets taken down by 2-6, who did eventually pick up off, actually. So Deimos will get this plant down. 2v2. I bet they're standing in heaven. Nice spray by Deimos to finish him off. Trevor here staring at this fire, trying to see how he can clutch this out. He's got to do so with this Deagle, but the two of them here from UV1, this should be 100% win rate situation, but let's see what Trevor's got. He's trying the defuse. Did they leave
Where
him
are
on
they?
air?
Oh my god, nerves
I jinxed him.
of steel.
Cast a curse.
Unbelievable. That is so good from Trevor. Just knew he had to take the risk. I called out Trevor as somebody to watch. He is way at the bottom of the scoreboard right now, but that was an incredible play from him. Just absolute ice in his veins, man.
Yeah.
I don't care. This is the UV1 stream. I love plays like that.
Oh.
So ballsy from Trevor.
Cast a curse.
Maybe
100% win rate situation I just called.
You had to say those exact words, didn't you, John?
99% win rate now, I guess.
Yeah. Next time. Yeah. Next time, go for the 99 or the 95.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man, I just love that from Trevor, though. That's
Yeah. For sure. In
Still
one of
UV1.
the few ways that maybe that's possible, like
Yeah,
right,
exactly,
UV1
yeah.
aren't quite checking or respecting that, and you just go up there and go, well.
Oh, they're
Pros
doing
don't
the right
think.
thing. They're
Yeah.
repositioning on the post plant, right? You know, you don't expect a player who you know is only holding a deagle to just run out into the site, not even look at anything, not even fire, and just go straight for the defuse with the pin. Like, yeah, amazing by Trevor.
Yeah, Cyberstorm now has stolen a couple rounds here for that to certainly keep this one interesting. They put themselves in the double digits, which is certainly respectable. And I gotta feel like UV1 are like, hey, let's just close these guys out, because you give them another round and they would suddenly start having hope. But hope is thin now in this round, as there's only 2 members left, as Auto Director just stuck with Trevor the entire round, but he gets taken down, so it's only 2 sick.
26 HP against 5 players.
100% win rate situation.
Yeah. What's the percentage here, Johnny? We go to our player in the field. We go to our field correspondent, Johnny Esports, to get the percentage. And with that, UV1 have clinched their playoff spot in ESEA main, folks. Congratulations to UV1 with a great match against, an excellent team. I fully expect to see Cyber Sports White in the in the playoffs as well. I think that they are excellent. They only need one more win to clinch as well, so we could be seeing them on stream again. But UV1 played a hell of a game right here. Their overpass is looking better and better, and everybody came to play.
Yeah, definitely. It was a fun one. Let's see if I can get Flex, I think, in for the interview today. Tons of people just playing so well. It's kind of hard to pick, but I just haven't heard from Flex.
Yeah, you could have Deimos as well. Yeah.
Yeah. I had Deimos last game. So
So Deimos again. I'll just talk to him in private.
Yeah. So let's go in for an interview here. We haven't heard from him since we basically
since the first time.
Yes, the first time he started as a production fail. It says Deimos on the screen. Flex. And we'll bring him into the All right. I am a pro streamer. Flex, how you doing, my dude?
Hello, I'm good.
Congrats on the playoffs clinch. At least we think it's a playoffs clinch with the 9 wins. And yeah, a great game to do it. What did you think of this Cyberstorm White team? I was really enjoying watching them play a lot of these rounds, but how did it feel to play against them in the server?
I think we felt pretty confident for the entire match. Like, even if we were down at the start, we were fully confident that we were gonna pick our stuff up and just get it back to how we usually play. And we had a pretty convincing win. There were some weird moments of miscommunication where they stuck the bomb twice, but we honestly weren't really too worried about that. We just we were just what the heck?
Off, right?
Yeah, and we were just right into the next round. So
yeah,
it feels good.
It's certainly good. Like I was touching on that last round there. I'm like, oh, they kind of stole a couple rounds here, kind of out of nowhere, and sometimes that can kind of tilt you, and then put the possibility of the comeback for Cyberstorm in their brains if they took one more round. But in the round where kind of not weird stuff happened, you just closed it out quickly, and that's impressive to see Flex. So. Well, you've been on this team now for a few weeks, and last time we interviewed you and Alpha were the new guys, and now basically you're in a position where you're pretty comfortable with the team. How is that going? How's that growing? Just that synergy with everybody.
Yeah, I think we're just getting better and better. We're reviewing each other, and we're just teaching each other. The team is teaching me a lot, and it's really helping me fix my mistakes. So
Mhm.
I'm only gonna get better and more experienced with every match, and so is Alpha.
Yeah. So I want to kind of shift gears here and talk specifically about Overpass because UV1 has quite a history with Overpass, but this is your first UV1 match on this map. And I was expecting you to pick up the op, and we did see it. How do you feel about Overpass in general? Do you get excited when you're coming in when you know it's going to be an Overpass game? Personally, do you feel like you enjoy and feel comfortable on this map?
I think with this team, it's pretty easy to be comfortable on pretty much any map.
Nice.
I wasn't worried that it was overpass. Like we weren't worried. We're not going to be worried about any map. I feel,
Mhm.
because
Nice.
we're all confident and we all like trust each other.
Well, you got a bunch of fans in chat. They're gonna love that answer for sure. Because yeah, definitely you looked confident. Absolutely. And now that playoffs are pretty much guaranteed, you got a couple of games left in the season. Are you just gonna try to rack up those wins, or do you feel like now that you can relax a little bit, are there? Do you want to go for some more like novelty or kind of some more experimental stuff, or is it just continue to smooth out your game plan that you've been going with?
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be slowing down. We're gonna just keep trying to win these matches as best we
Mhm.
can. We might try out some stuff. I'm not sure because it's not up to me, but I can
Right.
Yeah, true.
imagine that we're not gonna slow down. We're gonna play all the other matches just the same and with the same attitude.
Yeah,
Mhm.
the thing I'm curious on that, maybe not like necessarily doing super cute things in terms of in gameplay, but maybe playing some different maps or that. Is there any thought of a like let's see if we can add one more into our map pool before playoffs? Like maybe is that something you guys have talked about or thinking about trying to do? Because like I feel pretty confident on your overpass, very confident in your nuke. Your Inferno is good, but those were also the only losses we've seen you on this season on Inferno. So it's like maybe do you start to like leave up some maps you were previously banning? What's your kind of thought about that?
I'm pretty sure what our plan is to learn some maps, but they're gonna be like our secret weapons. So like
Okay,
no one's gonna know
Mm,
what they are. There's gonna be no evidence of us playing them. No one's gonna know
nice,
what they are. It could be any map.
cool. Yeah,
nice.
you guys can just play on my count, boost it, and they won't see
Hell yeah.
anything. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. I'm not
Everyone's
suggesting.
yeah, they're all playing on alts with me and Johnny, like randomly getting in so
Yeah.
that they can boost us at the same time as practicing new maps. Oh man, I love it. Well, we'll talk
uh,
about that more off stream flex because we don't want anybody to hear
Oh,
about this.
okay.
Uh,
I
I
got you.
I want Steam
But
to
yeah.
know. I want Valve to know I'm joking. No one's actually
Yeah.
boosting my
For
account.
legal
Don't ban me.
purposes, no boostings happening with
If
the
I'm
UV1
suddenly good
organization.
at this game again,
Right.
it's actually me. Anyway, well, Wes, do you have any more questions for Flex?
I'm good, man. Flex, thanks for joining us again. Great performance again. It's just like anybody can pop off on this team, and we love to see it. So I can't wait to see what you guys bring us next, man.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Flex. See you next time.
See ya.
Okay, and that will be a GG, folks. And this Cyberstorm team, like, what's kind of interesting, like 16-10, and
Hmm.
yeah, maybe they stole some rounds, so potentially this could have been a 16, whatever it is.
Yep.
It's a score that looks like, oh, UV1 dominated, and
Hmm.
they kind of did. But at the same time, actually watching the game, Cyberstorm does look like they're actually a very good team. Tons of individual players with lots of pop-up potential. You mentioned Trevor as kind of being a leader in frags, and that they completely shut down Trevor. And that is
Yeah.
maybe one of their
Totally.
best players. Maybe he was having an off night. Who knows? Whatever it is.
Yep. Yep.
That's UV1 shutting down what seems to be a pretty strong team,
Yeah.
and just looking better than them. And that is very positive going for the rest of the season.
Yeah, I don't want to, get too much of a like, oh, buttering everybody up, but we have been casting UV1 for a while. Lots of the viewers have been here for a while watching UV1 and watching them improve, watching them go. And the thing to remember is that we are used to their level of play. But it's not quite so simple as that. When you come into just sort of holistically looking at ESE intermediate, which by the way I said that wrong. I said main earlier. It's intermediate. When
Right.
you look at intermediate teams, you have to be really good to beat UV1. This level of play, we're used to it because it's gradually gone up and up, and we see them play all the time. But other teams, a lot of cases, are simply just not ready for this. Like, you
Mhm.
could tell that Cybersports had a lot of preparation. They were good players, and UV1 were just on another level than
Mhm.
them. They were just, UV1 were the better team by a significant margin. You heard Flex say it. They were confident the whole time. They knew exactly what they needed to do to win this game, and they knew that they could do it. And they've got all this, support from the org, and all of this, confidence in themselves. That's just really, you don't see it in at this level of play that often. So,
Yeah.
you're back in the right horse here, folks.
Yeah. All right, folks. Let's get a couple more we hots in the chat. I know we've been spamming that a little bit earlier, and that's always fun
We
stuff.
hot.
We hot. That's it out of us, folks, today. I've been Johnny Esports, of course, this whole time. You can find me at Johnny Esports on basically everything: Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok. If you like Magic the Gathering, I got a bunch of packs to open, so that's what's going on my TikTok right now.
Nice.
But of course, UV1. I've been enjoying doing reaction TikToks to UV1's TikTok, which is reacting to me, me and you casting, but I'm reacting to.
Nice.
It's a weird meta thing, but I've been having a
Yeah.
lot of fun doing that. So check those out, folks. And of course, Unexpected Victories on TikTok too. Check them out. Wes, why don't you plug yourself a little bit before we get out of here?
Sure. Rambo Cast on Twitter, Rambo Casts on Twitch. I've been in chat a little bit today, so you can go find my name and go and drop me a follow. That'd be very much appreciated. I'm
Mhm.
trying to kind of make a go of this, so it's great to have all of your support. It's great to be able to cast with you, Johnny, every week, and be able to cast some great Counter Strike
Mhm.
very often. It's just feels really good for me to do. So I hope you're all enjoying it. And yeah, if you want to drop me a follow on Twitter and Twitch, I'd appreciate it.
Yeah, and next game on the docket for the boys on UV1 is going to be Wednesday. I believe the same bat time. Yep, 9:30 Eastern time. Of course, pending any sort of changes, do pay attention to at UV1_esports on Twitter if that time changes. But yeah, it should be 9:30 Eastern time on Wednesday. So hope to see you all there. I'm gonna sign off for the evening and have a good time, folks. See you later.
See you later.
Picture